Beast mode here. We got a 10-minute rapid game. We're playing with the black pieces, and our opponent goes d4. Right. My opening repertoire is to play the Indian game against it, and we get to move g3, which I'll be honest, I don't see a ton, so I don't really have the opening repertoire to go up against this. So I just go to g6, playing standard King's Indian move. My opponent goes b3, and I go bishop g7. He fianchettos his bishop as well, and then I play the move d5. Right, just taking control of some of these center squares. He develops his knight, and I castle. And then he fianchettos the other bishop, and I play the move knight to c6. Best move here is to strike back in the center with c5 and then develop the knight behind that, but I miss it. He protects his central pawn, and I slide my rook over to the e file. And then he strikes back with c4. Alright. Best move in this position is knight to b4, threatening this check here, this fork of the king and the bishop. And I saw this move. I thought it was a little bit too early. I would like to develop some more of my pieces before I just go in for the attack right away, because I was scared of this move, or not this move necessarily, because then I have the fork. More so of this move, queen to b1, and I didn't have an answer for it. I guess I could have gone bishop c5, but he could easily close it off. So I thought it was just too soon to jump in. So I strike back in the center, opening up some files, just because my thought process is their king is still in the center of the board. Let's open this sucker up. He develops his knight to e2, and then I take on d4 with the pawn, takes back with the knight, and then I make the move knight to b4. Computer says just take back right in the center, but I go for it anyway. Live and you learn. Then he moves his queen over to e2. I don't have this fork anymore because this knight protects it, so obviously the best move would be c5, which I didn't see this right away. I kind of had like my own sequence that I thought I saw, but not a great move. My thought process was bishop to c4, attacking the queen. He'd block, and then I'd take with the rook. I'll just show you this. So my thought process was here, here, here. He takes, and then I fork there. But again, when I was calculating this, I forgot about this knight defending the square right here. So I played the bishop to c4, and he went f3, and then thankfully I did see that sequence at the last minute. So then I found the c5 move, kicking the knight out, and he takes my bishop, I take the knight back, and then he castles right here, which is a decent move. But then I just take that pawn, and now I'm up a pawn, and it's a passer, and it's only 2 squares away from queen, right? So he moves his knight out of the way because he's getting attacked by my pawn, and then I take this other free pawn on g4. He takes my bishop, take back with the king, and then he kicks my knight out with the move e3. So I just slide it back, and I'm thinking push, protect this passer with another pawn, and the game should be in the bag. Slides his rook over, and I push it forward. Slides his queen over to b2. Alright, the best move for him in this position says knight to e1, which is kind of a weird move. Discovered attack on my knight. If that were the case, then yeah, I would have just jumped my knight into f2, and it would have been nice and secure, and I'm attacking the rook at the same time. But he slides his queen over to b2. Can't push this pawn anymore because it's pinned to my king. So I just go forward with e2, and I fork his two rooks. Nicely defended by my own rook. So he takes. I take his rook with check. Takes back with the bishop. And then I take with my knight. Takes back with the rook. And this position is kind of scary, right? I can't just slide my queen out of the way because it's a discovered attack. But thankfully, in which I did see this in game, I had this move. Queen to f6. And now if he ever moves a rook, I take his queen. So he slides his queen over to d2, and then I find another good move. Get my other rook in the game, bring it to d8. He offers a queen trade, which is kind of silly. And notice in this position again, can't take my knight. My knight's just been chilling over here because then again it hangs a queen. But he slides his queen over, goes for the queen trade, which in this position, like when you're down this much material, don't offer the queen trade. But I just take his rook, and then he takes, and then take back, and they resign. So going to my opening database, we got d4, bring the knight out, and then in my database, not c4, g3, it says the best move is to go d5, and that's all I got for this opening so far. It's called when they go to g3, it's called the Tartakower Attack. So let's go ahead, mark this down. Tartakower Attack. The best move here is to play d5. So let's go ahead and save that. And I definitely need to do some research on the theory in this position, because I don't have anything going for it. But nevertheless, at the end of the day, you just play chess, stick to opening principles, develop your pieces, and you should be all right. Drop a comment down below if you'd like to play. I'll post a game recap of our game. And thank you for watching.